Hey there, and welcome to Tales of Fluff, the podcast where we go behind the scenes with animal professionals to share their real life stories, experiences, and a little bit of their knowledge too. This is episode 0, kind of like an intro episode, just to let you know who we are and what to expect going forward. I'm AJ.
And I'm Emily. We are really glad you're here. We will be your host of Tales of Fluff, and we just want to give you a feel for what this podcast is all about and why we are so excited to start this journey with all of you. Whether you're someone who works with animals or just someone who loves them, this podcast is for you.
Tales of Fluff is an interview style podcast where we chat with all kind of animal professionals. Groomers, vets, trainers, zookeepers, farmers, really anyone who works with animals. Each episode is centered around a relaxed conversation where we ask questions about their professional experience and get to know more about the work they do. As they share their experiences, we will talk in between to reflect on their answers. It's all about giving listeners a real behind the scene look at the animal world.
That's right. Every guest will share their own stories and what drives them. We're not here for the basic questions you heard a million times. We want to hear the real stuff, the moments that make this work so meaningful. And we are always going to keep it respectful. No putting people on the spot, no judgment, just real conversation with people who really care about animals.
You've probably picked up on this already, but this is an audio only podcast. We wanted people to really focus on the stories without the distractions of videos or visuals.
Yeah, and let's be honest, most people listen to podcasts while they are doing other things like driving, folding laundry, or walking their dog. So audio just felt right. And it also helps our guests feel more relaxed. No cameras, no pressure, just a good conversation.
That said, we'll be sharing extras like photos and short clips when we can. So if you're curious to see more behind the scenes, definitely check out our Instagram and TikTok. That's where you'll find more visual content from our episodes. All right, now that you've got a sense of the show, let's tell you a little more about us. We're a married couple who absolutely love animals. Our very first pet together was actually a bunny.
Yeah, her name was Mia. She was so sweet and honestly had such a gentle way of connecting with us. She sadly passed not too long ago, but she made such a huge impact on both of us. She was there from the very beginning of our marriage, so we had years and years of memories with her, and losing her was hard, really hard. But it also opened our eyes to just how deep that bond between humans and animals can go. To give you a little backstory on me, I actually grew up around animals my whole life: dogs, cats, birds, reptiles, chickens. But once we were married and Mia came into our lives, it was different. She was the very first animal I cared for in my own home. And that's when that love for animals that I already had deepened in a new way. And then our dogs came along, and that love and passion for animals grew even more so. All our animals mean the absolute world to us.
And for me, growing up, my parents had a bird, but he was more so their pet than mine. But when Emily and I got Mia, that was a turning point for me. She was the one who showed me just how deep the connection with an animal could really be. A memory I absolutely love from her was when she used to just sit by me while I worked from home. She was truly a sweet bunny. And then when our dogs came along, that bond just kept growing. It made me realize how much animals become part of your heart and your home. And that's something I've always been passionate about ever since.
So it all really started with Mia and our dogs. The love we share with them made us want to create a space where people could talk about that kind of bond and how they have dedicated their lives to love and care for animals.
Honestly, this podcast just felt like the next step for us. We kept having these conversations about how cool it would be to hear what really goes on in the animal world. So we decided to make it happen.
Yes, and we are so excited to finally start this journey, not just as hosts, but as listeners too. We're learning right alongside you, and we love the stories, experiences, and hearing how much passion people have for caring for animals is truly a privilege for us. So, what's next? Now that you've met us and know what Tales of Fluff is all about, it's time to share who our very first guest will be.
We're kicking things off with a veterinarian. We're really excited for you to hear this one. Her experience and the passion she has for what she does is truly amazing.
It's such a good episode, and we can't wait to share it with you. If you know someone who's obsessed with animals, like we are, send them our way. We'd love to have them as part of the Tales of Fluff community.
And if you happen to work with animals yourself or have a story to tell, don't be shy. Whether you've got a big platform or none at all, we'd love to connect and maybe even feature you in a future episode.
Absolutely. This podcast is for everyone who loves animals, whether you're in the field or just cheering from the sidelines. We're so glad you are here with us.
Thanks again for listening, and we'll catch you next time on Tales of Fluff.